Ladies and gentlemen, success leaves clues. Wealth is not an accident. It is the result of deliberate action, guided by timeless principles. If you want to be rich, there are 5 lessons you must embrace today. Not tomorrow, not someday. Now. Nothing changes until you change. Wealth begins when you stop blaming circumstances and start taking control. No one will build your dream for you. It's your job, and it starts today. Rich people are intentional. They decide exactly how much they want to earn, save, invest, and give. Vague wishes bring vague results. Clear goals attract the right actions and the right people. The foundation of all financial success begins with a single decision: to accept 100% responsibility for your life. Wealth is not about luck, timing, or external conditions. It is about personal choice. Until you take full ownership of your financial results, good or bad, you remain powerless to change them. The moment you accept that everything you have or don't have today is a direct result of your past decisions, you unlock the ability to create a different future. Responsibility is not a burden. It is your greatest tool for empowerment. Many people live under the illusion that outside forces determine their wealth. They blame the economy, their boss, their upbringing, or even the government. While these factors may influence your environment, they do not control your destiny. Countless individuals have built great fortunes despite facing incredible disadvantages. The difference is mindset. They refuse to see themselves as victims. They adopt a mentality of ownership, asking, "What can I do today to improve my situation?" instead of, "Why is this happening to me?" Taking full responsibility means eliminating excuses. It means refusing to allow your past mistakes to dictate your future action. Everyone makes errors in judgment, poor investments, bad career moves, missed opportunities. But the wealthy do not dwell on these errors. They learn, adjust, and move forward with clarity and determination. They understand that excuses consume time, drain energy, and build nothing of value. Responsibility, on the other hand, clears the path for focused, productive action. Another important aspect of responsibility is understanding that your current financial knowledge and habits have led you to where you are. If you desire a better financial reality, it is up to you to seek new information, adopt new behaviors, and discard what no longer serves you. No one else can study, save, invest, or work on your behalf. The responsibility is, and always will be, yours alone. With this realization comes incredible freedom, because it means you are not waiting for anyone's permission to begin building wealth. Taking charge of your finances also requires managing your emotions around money. Fear, guilt, shame, and resentment are emotional weights that hold many people back from financial progress. When you accept responsibility, you also commit to mastering these emotions rather than being controlled by them. You learn to approach money logically, strategically, and with confidence. Emotional maturity in financial matters is a hallmark of those who rise from scarcity to abundance. Lastly, living with full financial responsibility sharpens your vision for the future. Instead of hoping for someday, you plan for specific milestones. You realize that wealth is not created by chance. It is engineered by consistent, intentional effort over time. Each dollar earned, saved, invested, or wisely spent becomes a building block toward your greater financial freedom. Responsibility transforms you from a passive observer into the architect of your own success story, and that is the first and most critical step toward lasting wealth. Your earning ability is directly linked to your knowledge and skill. Make it a daily ritual to read, listen, study, and improve. Learning is the shortcut to higher income and greater opportunity. Financial success starts with clarity. You cannot hit a target you cannot see. Setting specific, measurable financial goals is the first step in turning your dreams into realities. Wealthy individuals think on paper. They write down exactly how much they want to earn, how much they want to save, and the timeline in which they intend to achieve it. A goal must be crystal clear and backed by numbers if it is ever to move from an idea into a fact. Vague desires like "I want to be rich someday" are powerless. Powerful goals say, "I will save $100,000 by December 31st, or I will earn $10,000 per month within 12 months. When you set clear financial goals, you give your mind a target to work toward. The subconscious mind thrives on direction. Once a goal is set, your brain begins to organize your thoughts, energy, and actions toward achieving it. You start noticing opportunities, ideas, and solutions that were invisible before. It is almost as if the universe conspires to help you. But in truth, it is your own focus and discipline that bring these opportunities into view. Clear goals magnetize your attention and discipline your behavior. Setting measurable goals also allows you to track progress and make adjustments. If you know where you are going and can measure where you are today, you can easily tell if you are moving closer to or further away from your desired outcome. Progress becomes motivating. Small wins add up. Watching yourself save your first $1,000, $10,000 builds a sense of momentum and confidence that drives you to greater achievements. Without measurable benchmarks, it is easy to lose focus, get discouraged, or drift into complacency. Financial goals must also be time-bound. A goal without a deadline is just a wish. Deadlines create urgency. They prompt action. When you say, "I will eliminate $20,000 of debt in 18 months, you force yourself to plan backwards. How much must I pay off each month? What extra sources of income can I generate? How can I reduce unnecessary expenses?" Time limits sharpen your focus and eliminate procrastination, which is the silent killer of most dreams. Another critical element is to break big financial goals into smaller, actionable steps. If your goal is to build a $1 million investment portfolio, that may seem overwhelming at first. But when broken down into monthly savings targets, annual returns, and smart investment strategies, the goal becomes manageable. Step-by-step planning turns big dreams into daily action. Each phone call you make, each budget you review, each dollar you invest becomes part of a larger, meaningful journey toward your financial independence. Finally, setting financial goals turns you into a long-term thinker. Wealth is not built in weeks or months. It is the result of years of focused, consistent effort. Clear goals keep you anchored when the inevitable obstacles arise. They help you prioritize your time and energy, making it easier to say no to distractions and yes to your bigger vision. Without specific financial goals, it is easy to wander through life hoping for the best. With them, you move with purpose, power, and direction, the hallmarks of every truly successful individual. Your ability to earn wealth is directly proportional to your ability to learn and adapt. In today's fast-moving world, knowledge is not just power, it is profit. Those who are committed to continuous learning are the ones who stay ahead, spot opportunities early, and position themselves for greater success. Every new skill you acquire, every new piece of knowledge you master, increases your value in the marketplace. If you want to be rich, you must make personal development a daily, non-negotiable priority. Lifelong learning begins with the understanding that no matter how much you know today, there is always more to learn. Industries evolve, markets shift, technology advances, and new ideas replace old ones. What made you successful yesterday may be irrelevant tomorrow. The wealthy understand this. They remain students forever. They read books, attend seminars, listen to audiobooks, take online courses, and invest time and money into sharpening their skills. Learning is never an event. It is a way of life. When you commit to learning, you multiply your earning ability. You become more efficient, more capable, and more confident. If your current skills can earn you $50,000 per year, imagine what new skills could do: negotiation, leadership, marketing, investing, community. Each new skill is like adding a new tool to your toolbox. The more tools you have, the more problems you can solve, and the more problems you can solve, the more value you bring to others. And value is what money flows to. It is not enough to learn randomly. Your education must be intentional. Focus on developing the specific skills that move you closer to your financial goals. Study money management, business strategies, investment techniques, emotional intelligence, and leadership principles. Become a specialist in your field while also understanding the broader principles of wealth creation. Strategic learning accelerates your journey. It ensures that the time and effort you invest directly contribute to your growth and prosperity. Another important aspect of lifelong learning is the willingness to learn from failure. Every successful person has stories of mistakes, setbacks, and losses. They did not see these experiences as reasons to quit. They saw them as tuition fees for a priceless education. Each mistake carries a lesson. Each setback offers a new strategy or a new mindset. Lifelong learners are resilient because they understand that the only true failure is the failure to learn. Lastly, learning must be turned into action. Knowledge without application is useless. You must be willing to implement what you learn, to take risks, to test new ideas, to stretch beyond your comfort zone. The process of applying new knowledge creates competence and confidence. Over time, your growing skills and expanded mindset will create opportunities and wealth far beyond what you thought possible. Wealth in the end is not found outside of you. It is cultivated from within through daily deliberate learning and growth. Discipline is the master key that unlocks the door to financial success. Without discipline, even the best intentions fall apart. You can have clear goals, strong desires, and detailed plans, but without consistent daily discipline, you will drift off course. Wealthy individuals understand that discipline is not a one-time act. It is a habit practiced day after day. It is the small decisions made consistently over time that build massive results. If you master discipline, you master the path to wealth. Financial discipline starts with controlling your spending. Every dollar you earn is a seed. You can either plant it to grow a future harvest or consume it immediately and leave nothing behind. The ability to delay gratification, to say no to unnecessary expenses today so you can say yes to greater opportunities tomorrow, is one of the core traits of all self-made millionaires. Saving before spending, investing before indulging, is the discipline that separates the rich from those who live paycheck to paycheck. Daily discipline also means having a clear budget and sticking to it. A budget is not a prison. It is a blueprint for freedom. It tells your money where to go instead of wondering where it went. Discipline requires you to track your income and expenses with precision. It demands that you resist emotional spending and impulse purchases. It encourages you to live below your means now so that you can live far above your means later. In the world of wealth building, discipline today equals freedom tomorrow. Beyond money management, discipline must extend to your habits and routine. The way you spend your time, the habits you nurture, and the energy you invest each day determine your future. Successful people discipline themselves to wake up early, to read, to exercise, to plan their days carefully, and to execute their most important tasks first. They do not rely on motivation or emotion. They rely on structure and consistency. Daily disciplines, done faithfully over time, create extraordinary lives. Another important aspect of discipline is learning to control your emotions, especially fear and greed. In the world of investing and wealth creation, emotions are dangerous. Fear can paralyze you when opportunity knocks, and greed can blind you to risk when caution is needed. Discipline helps you stay rational, stick to your plan, and avoid making impulsive decisions that destroy wealth. It gives you the emotional intelligence to stay calm in chaos and focused in times of opportunity. Finally, discipline compounds. Each disciplined choice strengthens your willpower, builds your character, and reinforces your self-image as a successful, responsible individual. Over time, discipline becomes easier, more natural, and even enjoyable. It becomes part of who you are. The disciplined person no longer struggles to do the right thing. They do it automatically. And in doing so, they steadily climb the staircase to lasting wealth and freedom, one step at a time, one day at a time. Your environment has a powerful influence on your thoughts, habits, and ultimately, your destiny. One of the fastest ways to accelerate your financial success is to consciously choose to associate with people who are success-oriented, ambitious, and driven. If you spend your time with individuals who think big, act boldly, and pursue excellence, their attitudes and habits will naturally rub off on you. You cannot rise to your highest potential if you are constantly surrounded by negativity, mediocrity, or small-mindedness. Success leaves clues, and those clues are found in the conversations, mindsets, and behaviors of high achievers. When you engage regularly with people who are committed to personal growth, financial discipline, and excellence, you absorb their wisdom almost effortlessly. You pick up new strategies, new ways of thinking, and new standards for yourself. What once seemed difficult or out of reach becomes normal when you witness others achieving it. Their achievements become a silent challenge, inspiring you to aim higher. Choosing your associations wisely also strengthens your mindset. Positive, forward-thinking people lift you up during challenging times. They encourage you to push through obstacles, remind you of your capabilities, and celebrate your victory. They understand the journey to success because they are on it themselves. In contrast, spending time with negative, pessimistic individuals drains your energy, erodes your confidence, and feeds fear and doubt. Your emotional environment is just as important as your physical environment when it comes to wealth building. Surrounding yourself with winners requires intentionality. It means seeking out mentors, joining mastermind groups, attending seminars, participating in professional associations, and even upgrading your circle of friends. Sometimes it means making difficult choices to distance yourself from relationships that no longer serve your growth. This is not about arrogance or rejection. It is about protecting your future. You owe it to yourself and your potential to be in an environment that nurtures your highest aspirations. Another important truth is that you must also become the kind of person you want to attract. Success-oriented people are drawn to others who are equally committed to growth and excellence. You cannot expect to be invited into circles of high achievers if you are not working hard on your own goals, discipline, and mindset. As you elevate yourself, you naturally attract others who are doing the same. The law of attraction is real. Like attracts like, both in thought and in action. Finally, your environment shapes your expectations. When you spend time with successful individuals, you raise your standard. You begin to expect more from yourself. You see firsthand that extraordinary results are possible with dedication and smart action. You realize that success is not reserved for a lucky few. It is available to anyone willing to think differently, act boldly, and persist relentlessly. By surrounding yourself with those who are moving forward, you ensure that you too are always moving toward your greatest potential. Remember, the journey to wealth is not a sprint. It is a marathon of wise decisions, daily discipline, and unwavering commitment. If you absorb these lessons, mastering your mindset, setting crystal clear goals, investing in lifelong learning, practicing daily financial discipline, building multiple streams of income, and surrounding yourself with winners, you put yourself on the path not just to riches, but to a life of meaning, contribution, and true fulfillment. Success will not happen by accident. It will come because you made a decision to think bigger, to act smarter, and to persist longer than most people ever will. Wealth is built one thought, one action, one habit at a time. And the good news is, the best time to start was yesterday, but the second best time is right now. Take these lessons seriously. Study them, live them, and teach them to others. Because once you master these principles, you will not only change your bank account, you will change your entire life. The future belongs to those who prepare for it today. Remember, the journey to wealth is not a sprint. It is a marathon of wise decisions, daily discipline, and unwavering commitment. If you absorb these lessons, mastering your mindset, setting crystal clear goals, investing in lifelong learning, practicing daily financial discipline, building multiple streams of income, and surrounding yourself with winners, you put yourself on the path not just to riches, but to a life of meaning, contribution, and true fulfillment. Success will not happen by accident. It will come because you made a decision to think bigger, to act smarter, and to persist longer than most people ever will. Wealth is built one thought, one action, one habit at a time. And the good news is, the best time to start was yesterday, but the second best time is right now. Take these lessons seriously. Study them, live them, and teach them to others. Because once you master these principles, you will not only change your bank account, you will change your entire life. The future belongs to those who prepare for it today.